So by far, this is the most annoying thing this car has done since we took ownership of it. I don't know why it feels the need to tell me that my seatbelt is undone constantly. Like it doesn't stop. But one of you guys commented on a video a while ago. I'm gonna try this and we're gonna see if this works. Because he says that this works for all Subarus. If it doesn't work for all Subarus, I'm sure it works for most of them, or it's just a little bit of a variation for each one. Get in the car, turn the ignition switch to the on position, but don't start the car. Plug in and unplug the seatbelt 20 times within 30 seconds. Take the key out, put the key back in, and start the car. Okay, here it goes. I think that was 20. Okay. And then he says it'll do 1 cycle. Yeah, dude, it's gone. Hell yeah. And there you go. My life is significantly better thanks to Dawson. I can film in this thing without having to have my seatbelt on 24/7. Before we get into all the fun stuff on the WRX today, I just wanted to tell you guys that we are officially coming to Driven Edmonton, Vancouver, and Toronto. So June 3rd, 10th, and 17th are all 3 of those events. If you guys live in Edmonton, Vancouver, or Toronto, make sure you guys grab some tickets to Driven. We're gonna bring cars to Toronto. We're gonna have a surprise new car, not our car, but a car in Edmonton. And I think I might choose one of your guys' cars to be in the Vancouver show. Follow me on Instagram, I'm gonna post something there about that. Moving on from that, today is a very exciting day for me for the WRX. You guys know when we bought this thing, we bought it with an exhaust and coilovers already on the car. And the coilovers, I thought they were driving rough because it was winter. Turns out, I just don't like them. Now that the snow has melted, it's been warm out, the roads are smooth and clear, I've been driving this car, and I'm just not sold. It drives like a saggy bag of balls. Well, a saggy bag of balls may be your thing, it's not my thing. So today, we got some goods for the WRX.
Again, a box of boxes.
Dude, these coilovers are actually beautiful. Also, like, just come spin this, dude. I feel like where we live, sometimes you get the yucky coilovers after a few years and they just don't move like that. Ooh. Like a fresh set of coilovers is...
It's been a while since I've had a fresh set of coilovers.
Yeah. So these are the ISC N1s for the WRX. So the N1 means that it has the adjustable camber. You can get the basics without the adjustable camber. Here's where I'm at. I actually ran ISCs on the BRZ back in the day. Like they were one of the first videos I ever made on YouTube, was installing ISCs on my BRZ. And over the years, I've worked with a lot of companies and done a lot of coilover stuff. And you guys know that I took a little bit of a break and I have now returned back to YouTube. And in doing so, I honestly just really wanted to run parts that I want to run. In the past, you've seen me run all kinds of coilovers, and a lot of people make really good stuff, but ISC is legit my favorite coilovers I have ever run. So I have decided to bring them back and start running them. They're amazing. These are fully rebuildable. You can completely tear them down, order a new part, put it on here, which makes it really nice. ISC is actually like a northern state too. I think they're in New Hampshire or something.
Correct, yeah, New Hampshire.
Yeah, so they know what it's like to have winters. So their stuff is actually pretty good against corrosion, which is awesome. You can go ahead and get custom spring rates for these guys also, and they have a lifetime warranty. So dude, I'm just happy to have them. You know, and of course, you guys know I always try to save you guys some money. So you guys can use the link in the description or go to ISC's website, and you guys can not only save money on the purchase of coilovers from them, you get free shipping on orders over $300, which I don't know where the box went, but you guys saw the size of the box. Free shipping is super key. So check out ISC. They also make the coilover covers. So you basically, it's like a sleeve that goes on from here and up, and it covers the whole coilover so you can drive them year round. Like I said, they actually understand what we deal with in a northern place. And they're one of the only companies I know of that actually makes those covers. So instead of anti-seizing all this stuff today, I'm actually gonna wait because we did order a set of the covers, but UPS took them home. I don't know what they're doing with them. They're playing games. Like, I don't know where they are. They didn't show up with the coilovers. Whenever the covers show up, we'll anti-seize and then cover them. And these coils are preset with the I think it's like their Street Sport springs. So that could even literally be the problem we're having on this thing, is it could have some sort of like track springs on it.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't know anything about these coilovers. You have no idea how many years they were winter driven. You don't know the spring rate because BC does the whole like custom spring rate thing.
And you don't know how the last guy treated them. He could have lived on a street full of holes, and bounced them off a hole every day, and that's why they suck.
We do live in Ontario. That is a possibility.
Dude, I hate these wheels. We gotta get these things out of here. Oh, one-handed. Big Daddy, you've been working out.
It's not even my left hand,
Hot dog, dude. All right, so apparently I drove through did some off-roading or something that I didn't remember about. Everything in here is custy. That is exactly why we're not gonna anti-seize these yet until we get the boots on. It didn't even try to escape. Good news. Oh, here it goes. That's the stance we're looking for, baby.
Positive camber gang.
Y'all finna see me roll up to driven hovercraft style, baby. I don't know about you guys, but it has been years since I had instructions on how to do something. This is the first car where I don't have a single clue where the top hat for this thing is. Dude, I had this plastics out once and it wasn't even there.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, it's not behind the plastics. Like 100, here, we'll pull it out.
It kind of smells like water in here.
Yeah, well, it was kind of wet at one point. The guy dumped a whole jug of oil in here. It's not there. Isn't that weird?
Wait, what?
The weirdest thing I've ever seen.
What?
I've never seen a car where it's just not right there.
Let me go in the back.
Yeah, but then, look. Like the back has seats, dude. Frankie blankets. And then there's a seat here, and it doesn't fold down.
What do you mean this? What? No.
Yeah, dude, the seat doesn't fold. We're gonna have to figure out how to remove these seats.
They have to. Seats have to fold.
No, they don't fold.
It's a 2008.
6. They don't fold in 6. They fold in 8.
What?
Yeah.
Send it back to the dealership. You have any idea what you're doing?
No. I know that when I ran my sub wires, I ran them right here. This is officially the weirdest rear coilover setup I think I've ever seen. Look at the dude. You pull out the back seats. There's all kinds of like nice squishy insulation. Sure, that's good. And there's your top hat of your coilover.
They're so high.
On the plus side, these top hats are in much better condition than the ones under the hood.
Oh, wait till you see this set.
Oh, yucky.
These are in actually worse shape than I thought they were gonna be. I thought they were gonna be in pretty good shape. The problem I was having was that these were really, really aggressive, and I was messing with the dampening. Like, I didn't really notice any change, and I could hear a lot of sounds, like clunking, and I thought the clunking was gonna be arms, but we just kind of messed with everything back here, and it all seems pretty tight. Like, nothing back here is loose or knocking or making any weird sounds, and we just discovered that this strut tower was obviously leaking pretty bad into the inside of the car, because like how else would all this stuff get in the car? And I honestly think that maybe some of these bolts weren't tight enough, because the clunking was coming from the driver's side. So if this was even a little bit loose on the top and it was clunking around, that would explain why it leaked. Not ideal. They actually looked in better condition on the car. Now that they're off, I'm really happy that we're taking care of them. Dude, what a worthwhile upgrade. Yucky poo-poos. This is also why I'm super stoked to get one of those boots, because then this won't happen. It literally will just sock over top of this whole thing. No corrosion, no yuckies, only good news. These are just a little bit lower than they were before. Looks good. And then Mac actually has a little theory over here.
So my theory is, when the OEM strut was taken out before the BC coilover was put in, it actually rotted to the strut tower. Because if you look in there, it's actually in, like, I cleaned it up.
Oh yeah, you did a really good job.
Yeah, I flaked it all off, and it came off not like it was rotten strut tower. It came off like it was a separate.
It came off like almost like a gasket, like a dead gasket would come off.
Something like along those lines, yeah.
So maybe either there was a stock gasket that they never fully replaced, or the stock strut just completely died and these are chunks of stock strut. But Mac went ahead and cleaned everything up with like a wire wheel. And like I said, we're gonna have to obviously address this when we address the rest of the car that does have a couple issues.
You didn't tighten the lower collar?
No, just so we can get it lined up.
Sure. Perfect.
Once I got these in here, I remembered that when I saw this marking, ISC gives you size measurements for preload. So this is a 180 mil spring. you shrink it down to 175 mils and you're good to go. I got the dampening set. It's like a 32 way. I put it at about 20. And then I went ahead and you guys saw me measuring like fender to rotor. The setup before was measuring like 9 3/4, was it?
9 3/4.
9 3/4 from fender to rotor on all 4 corners. So we did it down to 9 1/2. So we're about a 1/4 inch lower. Nothing crazy. Once we get the wheels and the rest of the stuff going on this car, we're obviously gonna dial that stuff in anyways. But for now, for starters, it's just a tiny bit lower than it was. Something I also really like that ISC does is like, this is a separate nut and bolt. It's not like a nut welded onto the back of this bracket, which is handy. Like, doing that is good. But where we live, a lot of times those welded nuts rust over the years, and when you go to take it out, you completely destroy the whole bracket because the nut's ruined. So the fact that they give you a separate nut and bolt, so that even if this snaps coming out or whatever, you just put a new one in and you're good to go. That is the kind of stuff I like to see, especially where we live. It just helps things live longer. It looks the same.
Yeah. Aw, I can't get the arms out.
Can I lift it, or did we officially go too low for that?
I don't know.
Oh, yes! Good news. Visually, you guys probably won't be able to see too much. And I'm not really worried about where it is right now because, like I keep saying, we have a bunch of stuff coming for this car. And once it's on, we will dial everything in. Right now, it's just about ride quality for right now. So, since it's about ride quality, time for a ride. You already know which way we're going. We're going the rough way. Couple bumpies.
Smooth.
It feels way smoother already.
Yeah.
The bumps apparently aren't as bad today. Or that just means the car is driving way better.
That is a lie. These bumps never get better.
See if I can blow up my winters before I get rid of them.
Oh, that was reasonable. Let's not break my back.
Dude, are you kidding? That felt like OEM suspension.
Yeah. I mean, now obviously like the real test is like 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year,
yeah, exactly,
right?
like long term. But again, like I had ISCs on my BRZ, and in total I had them on probably 3 years.
Okay.
And I never had an issue with them. Like I said, I've worked with tons of companies over the years, and I've always thought like, damn, dude, I just remembered my ISCs being so nice. So use the code The Committed Crew on their website. You guys can save money. You can get free shipping. Check them out. If you're in the need for coilovers, just try them. I promise they're really good. And they don't pay me to tell you that. That's just genuinely my opinion. I'm happy.
It's comfortable.
Ooh, I wonder how they corner.
Oh, I did.
That was
The sub.
Well, they corner great. Definitely a little anticlimactic compared to most of our coilover installs just because it was already low, but I'm actually thrilled. I'm also just thrilled because it's sunny. It's been like 30 degrees for a couple days. It's April.
It is April.
And it does not, feels like August.
It's amazing.
We're at the beach. It's beautiful. I'm gonna leave the seats and everything out of the car for now. Unfortunately, we just put this thing into a little bit of a limbo because it's not worth aligning. Then we're gonna need to align it again in like 2 weeks. And I don't wanna put the rear seats in because what if once I start driving it again, I want to adjust everything again. So we just threw this car into like a head spin of a limbo, which will probably be in for a little bit. And so I leave you guys with a little challenge at the end of every video. The sun is in my eyes. I challenge you guys today to do the same thing that I gave you in the last video, actually, where I told you just to just be open-minded. And I feel like I haven't reused the challenge yet, but this week specifically, not even like towards us or anything, but just in general, I feel like you and me specifically keep running into people that are so negative or like think they have their opinion is correct.
Yeah.
In just a way where you look at someone and you think you're limiting yourself. You know what I mean? Like it sucks.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong way. There's no like parts you need to use, you shouldn't use.
Yeah,
use
like
what you can.
For example, on the car today.
Yeah.
We put in ISCs and some people would be like, oh, you should have left the BCs. That's your opinion.
Yeah.
Right? You probably haven't tried ISCs. So just because you say it, whoever says it, I don't know, I'm just making this up, doesn't mean it's right, is what I'm trying to say. And that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just means that's their opinion.
Just be appreciative of what other people have. Like, it's their stuff, let them do what they want. You know?
Just enjoy it, man. Enjoy life, let other people be other people, and show them love regardless of if they did things your way, the right way, or not. And you will be a much happier person, I promise. Just try it. Just try it. Just look at someone who did something that you wouldn't normally do and think, Nice, man. I don't like Lambo doors on my Miata, but I'm glad you do, and I'm glad it's making you happy, so nice. That's it. That's all we got for you guys today. Make sure you guys use the link down below. Check out ISC. I really promise you won't regret it. I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, and stay committed. Can I one hand this?
You're jacked.
I'm Jack.
Yeah, you're jacked.
Not Jack, dude.
Yeah, haven't you read the comments? You're looking swole these days.
Use the link in this. English is a tough one on Thursdays.
It's Friday.
That's the problem. Precisely the problem. Can I get a wrench that's for f***ing adults, please?